Hello everybody, my name is Dutchy, welcome to the channel, and let's get right into this video. First of all, I was meant to upload a few days ago, but life came in the way, so I didn't do that. But anyway, I'm here right now, and I'm gonna make another Junkrat video, but this time it's going to be versus every single hero in the game. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys do, maybe subscribe, maybe like, do all that kind of stuff. Now this is going to be a 3-part video, so the first part's going to be about the tanks, the second part will be about the DPS, and the third part will be about the healers. I was going to do this in one video, but sadly I do not have enough time at the moment, because I have to go see some family. So hopefully you can find it in your heart to forgive me. But anyway, without further ado, let's start off with one of the biggest threats in the competition right now, D.Va. Now D.Va is very dangerous for Junkrat players just because she can literally dive you and eat all your mines, meaning that you have no way to escape. One really easy way to actually escape a D.Va is to actually pre-plan before she actually dives you, by setting up a trap and also a bomb right next to it. Now this bomb isn't actually to deal damage, this bomb's actually for more escaping. Now, most of the time when there's a D.Va bomb that's going off, you want to try find cover, but with Junkrat, if you have 2 mines, you can actually blow yourself away, so you don't take any damage from the explosive at all. Now, obviously you need to have 2 mines for this, but most Junkrat players, if they know how to actually manage their mines a little bit, you should always have at least 1, and the other one should be close on cooldown. Now, even though Doomfist is a very low pick rate at the moment, you should still not take him lightly. You can still kill you pretty easily if it's a Doom that knows what they're doing. And especially if you're close to a ledge. Now whenever Doom tries to charge up his fist, he will actually pause for a moment, meaning that you have quite a bit of time to attack him. Not only that, if you already start firing at Doom while he's actually in the animation of going straight towards you, most of the time Dooms will actually hit straight into your grenades as they're lunging towards you, meaning that they either do heavy damage to him or actually allow you to kill him outright. You can also play Ring Around the Rosie with your trap. Now, if the trap is between you and the Doom, there's only one way the Doom can try hit you, and that is through the trap. But if the Doom doesn't see the trap, he usually will go straight for the trap and, well, gets basically murdered instantly. But it's not actually so bad if the Doom actually does notice the trap, because if you're actually playing safe and you're playing around the trap, like I said, you'll basically be forcing the Doom to actually punch away from you, and, well, the Doom won't be able to hit you. Now we move on to the Junkrat Queen. Now the Junkrat Queen is very efficient in medium to close quarter combat, especially with her knife. If she lands a knife on you and pulls you towards her and with the X-Swing, you're basically just dead. Now a lot of Junkrat Queen players will always try close the gap between you and them. So this is your opportunity for when they're trying to rush you a little bit to actually throw down a trap, and it will either force them away, or if they didn't notice the trap, you will basically get a free pick. If you notice that the Junkrat Queen just used her rally cry, you can actually one-shot her with the Riptire, basically allowing you to get a free kill on the tank. Now your trap can actually stop her midway through her ultimate, but I would actually recommend dodging the ultimate with your mines instead. This is mostly because if you start actually putting the trap down, the trap won't be ready by the time that the Junkrat Queen has actually gone through you. Now, Orisa is one of those tanks that can basically outplay you if she does it right, but also if you're doing things wrong. With Orisa, you want to make a little bit of space because you never really want to be straight in her face. Orisa is also the only character that can actually break your trap whilst she's inside of it. One of the best ways just to deal with an Orisa, if you know she just used Fortify, is to literally ult her, because you'll be able to kill her in one shot. Now, with Orisa's ultimate, she will pull you towards her, but this doesn't really do much to Junkrat if Junkrat has a mine. The Orisa basically has to either prematurely use her ability or just get no value whatsoever out of it. Now, Reinhardt is a character you want to keep a little bit of distance away from, because if you stay too close to him, he's just gonna swing you and basically kill you with ease. Now, some Reinhardts are actually really eager to get into battle, and you can actually take this as an advantage. Basically, if you know the Reinhardt is always really keen on charging you and everything like that, one of the best things you can do is wait for that charge, put down a trap, and actually get him straight into that trap. Most Reinhardts won't have time to stop, and you can do quite a bit of damage to him before he actually realizes that he needs to put up his shield. Now, Reinhardt's shield at the moment has 1200 health. This means that you can actually take down a shield pretty easily with 2 of your clips. I reckon you always get value from shooting Reinhardt's shield, because if he doesn't have that ability, that basically kind of makes him useless when it comes to long distance or backing up his team. I personally wouldn't try waste my ult on a Reinhardt, because Reinhardt can basically tank the entire shot, so, you know, don't try to use it unless there's multiple people around the Reinhardt. Also, Reinhardt can put up a shield, so it's really not worth going for a Reinhardt. Now, with Reinhardt's ultimate, you can actually juggle him a little bit, making sure that he doesn't pop his ult immediately. The only problem with this is that usually he will still come down and he will most likely hit you. Now, if you know if he's about to pop his ultimate, you can still actually blow yourself away, making sure that he doesn't hit you at all. Now, Junkrat and Roadhog are best friends, so if a Roadhog kills you, that's just bloody rude. But in the very unlikely scenario that the Roadhog does kill you, he can very easily. He has this nice one-shot combo that you can't really get out of if it's a good Roadhog, or if he has a Zen or a Mercy attached to him. Now, if by some miracle the Hog actually does miss, or he has to reload, which happens way more than you think, one of the best things to do is to immediately use your concussion mine to blow yourself away and get the hell out of there. One of the best times to actually kill a Hog is straight away after he used his Breather ability, which allows him to heal. Now, you need to burst down the Hog quickly before he gets his Breather back and he can heal himself again. It's pretty smart to actually communicate with your team to actually focus the Hog when he has done this. Now, when Hog gets trapped, I usually like throwing everything I got at him, just to make sure that he is as low as possible when he gets out of his Breather ability again. Then I like to use a quick ult on him and kill him instantly. This is obviously only the case if you have your ultimate. If you do not have your ultimate, you will be not able to burst the Hog down when he's using his Breather in your trap. Oh, also, since Hog has 700 health now, you can also not instant kill him with the tire. Now, Sigma is actually quite a strong tank in general, but I reckon he's actually really good against Junkrat, mostly because he actually has his ability where he can actually absorb all the damage coming into him and converting that into his own health. Now, one of the best things to actually do with this ability is to stop shooting at it, because otherwise you're just gonna feed him a lot of health. Now, one bit of damage that Sigma cannot absorb is obviously your ultimate. Also, it's a one-shot kill for him, so it is actually quite handy. You can also burst down Sigma's shield with a full clip and one mine. And you can easily avoid Sigma's ultimate with just a quick mine. Now let's move on to Winston. Now, Winston is a character that likes to dive people, but you can use this to your advantage. Simply put down a trap where you roundabout were standing, and you usually are able to trap the Winston pretty easily. However, Winston can actually use his ultimate to get enough health to survive whatever you throw at him. Now, usually Junkrat is king indoors, but Winston is king indoors when he pops his ultimate. Now, Wrecking Ball can also dive you pretty easily and annihilate you really fast. Now, obviously, to counter this, you basically just have to bounce yourself away and keep your distance with the Wrecking Ball. This also goes with his mines. A lot of the time, people will play in the mines, so it's actually not a bad idea to use your ultimate on the mines and the people who are inside of it. Just make sure you don't hit any of the mines, because that's an instant kill for your tire. And don't forget about your trap, because your trap can really destroy a Wrecking Ball. I mean, with one trap you can basically burst down a ball's full health if he doesn't use his shield. Now, the scariest tank you can go up against is a Zarya, especially because Junkrat can easily charge her. So I literally only have one really big tip with Zarya, and that is just to completely ignore her and actually go for her team. Unless you know that she used both of her bubbles, in which case you can focus her a little bit or actually do a cheeky little ultimate. Alright, well, that's everything for the tanks at the moment. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, well, why not subscribe, because part 2 for the DPS will come out very shortly as soon as I'm back home. If you guys have time, why not check out the other Junkrat video, where I basically explain how to play him properly. And also, well, if you guys have time, why not subscribe to my channel, which is right here. Well, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and well, I'll see you guys later. Bye!